Hey, what's going on, guys? So, some January bass fishing here. Fishing at a couple different places. Temperatures outside are pretty warm, in fact, high 60s to mid 70s, and unseasonably no cold temperatures really to be had at all, and no rain at all. In fact, we're here in California. Most of California is experiencing drought conditions. So. Um, it's been a very interesting winter, or to start the winter, to say the least. Still using some of the same techniques for dragging soft plastics across the bottom for the most part, and still catching them. So definitely not complaining. I know some of you Midwestern guys are frozen over and not being able to fish at all until later this spring. So hope you guys enjoy the video, and thanks for watching.
There we go. That's on the Zoom Old Monster 11-inch worm. There it is. That's 2-pound bass right there. I felt like I missed him like 4 times before I finally got him. It could have been different fish, but I finally got him. Make sure I'm recording here. I love the rod that I'm using for what I'm doing here. Let him take off. This is a PAL 764, and I normally, first of all, the reason why I bought the rod was when I'm fishing at Shasta for spotted bass. Shasta is a really rocky lake, for those of you that don't know about Shasta Lake. And Shasta, a very productive way to catch the spotted bass out there is by a football head jig. And this rod was for that football head jig. I really like fishing the football head jigs, but Shasta's so deep, it's nice to have a longer rod to drag those football heads on the bottom there. So I bought the 764, but it also is a great rod for Carolina rigs, and what I'm using here, the 10.5-inch worm. I'm gonna have to go to a different one, but it's great because, first of all, I'll tell you a little bit about the rod. The rod is 7'6", and it's a 4-power, but it says it's a medium fast action. It says it's a medium, but it's like a medium heavy. It's a medium in a flipping stick. So if you were to use this for flipping, this would be a medium in a flipping stick, where a medium heavy would be like the 775. And the fast action, I suppose it's a fast action. I kind of look at it as an extra fast, but it's essentially that 714 that I use for jigs, that I usually use for pond fishing. But I wanted to step up in size a little bit, so there it is, you guys. Let's see if we can get another one. A jig. 2 pounds. Here we go. Nice fish. Let's make sure we record it. That was on that Gans football head jig with a Whackin' Crazy Baits tater bug in the black and blue, and that's a green pumpkin jig there. And that jig's a 1/4 ounce jig, I believe. So, and for those of you that don't think a small hook can land a fish, that hook is not real big. That might be a 1/0 or a 2/0 hook. So there we go, nice fish. Yeah, that was a good 2-pounder. And actually, that's probably 3 pounds right there. On the jig, nice fat fish. Look at that, right in the roof of the mouth. A little 1/4 ounce football head jig, getting it done. Nice fish right there. Man, they are fat right now too. Look at that. And are they cold? Nice fish. Beautiful. Very nice fish. Look at how fat they are. Good grief. See if they're eating anything. Alright. Just using that Powell Endurance 714. Ooh, backing up into some bushes. I'll paddle out of here and talk about this for a minute. Just using that Powell Endurance at 714, 7'1", heavy extra fast action. Just a very good jig rod. And again, just with that Gans Dragon jig, it's just a football head, kind of a modified football head jig, but it's a really small head, 1/4 ounce head with the tater bug. That's the smaller of the two of the variety of tater bugs, and that's got that little hook on there. It's not that I was going for the smaller hook, it's just that this jig happens to have a small hook on it because it's a 1/4 ounce jig. And I could probably use a Hummer jig, like a 3/8 ounce Hummer jig, but that slow fall seems to be what they like. So, see if we can get it on. There's one. Oh, right there, right at the boat. What do you think about that? Moving the boat and some fish eating my jig. Sorry, dude. You had an out of water experience there.